How we doing, guys? Welcome to another NoFap video. It's my fourth attempt doing this video. My stupid camera mountain that I stick to my windshield keeps falling and it's driving me off. It's getting really annoying, so I just decided just to hold my phone like this. And I've decided to start doing videos stationary, just because I've noticed that when I'm moving, especially at like high speeds, like on the motorway, the car shakes and this can cause the camera to shake, and it disturbs the quality and all that sort of things. Like if you look at my previous videos, they maybe don't look as good as they should, just because of the car shaking and that sort of thing. So hopefully this attempt will work. I can't see it going wrong because I'm holding it, but whatever. Today's day 68. I've been doing really well. To be honest, I just wanted to get out of the house and just wanted to share my emotions and my thoughts. Of course, I'm going to start off with a report how I've been getting on. I've been doing great. I've been doing really well. Lockdown is sort of eased, so I've been able to see my girlfriend. She's been able to come over and stay over and that sort of thing. So that's been making me feel better compared to how it was, just complete radio silence, to be honest. So I've been feeling a lot better, which I'm very happy, which I'm very pleased to tell you. I was watching my first video that I made on this channel, which was when I was on day 47, and I was talking about sort of I was talking about my anxieties, and I was saying that some of them a lot of them had pretty much either completely almost going away or significantly reduced, the anxieties. Which was true at the time before I went on my streak. I did have some anxieties, which were an issue, but on day 47, as I said, they were reduced significantly. But I'm now here to report that those anxieties are completely gone. I don't even think about them anymore. The thing about on day 47 is that it says that they significantly reduced, which was true, but they were still there. But now they're gone. I mean, like I keep mentioning in all my videos, I've got an exam coming up, which is the only real thing that I'm worried about, and I'm not even that worried. It's not a constant sort of nagging on my brain or anything like that. So pretty much all the anxieties are gone. I mean, I'm like a different person now. No fear, just living life how it should be lived, full of enjoyment, that sort of thing. I just wanted to the subject I wanted to talk about today was one of my favourite NoFap YouTubers, a guy called Leonard Banks. He does all these great videos. He's my favourite NoFap YouTuber. He's one of the reasons that I'm on my current streak. He's great. If you wanna watch some of his videos, just search him, Leonard Banks, as I said. And he did a video recently which was really interesting. And he brought up something that I had experienced personally but hadn't thought to note down or to talk about in any aspect. He talked about making amends, and by making amends I mean he had been talking about somebody had been saying to him that through NoFap they had become a changed person, and they look back on the life they had before NoFap and they're like, Jesus, I was a scumbag. I was not a good person, And he says that he was having urges to contact these people from his previous life, people who he hadn't treated right, and make amends, as I said, just apologize and say, listen, I'm sorry that I treated you this way, and I'm a different person now, and I hope you can accept my apology. And apparently this is a more common thing than I'd realised, because I'd actually done that as well on a previous streak a long time ago. I felt like doing that, I actually ended up doing it to my girlfriend. I said to her, I'd been behaving like I just hadn't been behaving right a while before that, so I decided to apologise to her and to say, listen, I'm sorry this happened, you know, even though it was a while ago, and I'm sorry and I'm a different person, that wasn't me, basically. And that just sort of inspired me to do this video. I'm going to be talking about just letting go of your old life. You know, just burying some of that old shit, you know. It's a good feeling, you know, looking back at the old life where it was, you know, your mediocre old life, and just burying that and becoming a new person. One of the things that when you're porn addicted and you're in the sort of, you know, shit mode, I'm going to call it shit mode, where, you know, as I've said, being porn addicted is purgatory, it's terrible. You look back at old times and you're like, oh, I wish it could be like it was then, you know, thinking back a couple of years. And you're worried for the future and you wish things could be as they were before. But what ends up happening is once you're on NoFap and you start to, let me just open the window, I'm sweating. You look back and you're like, no, I'm excited for the future. I don't want to look back. I want to look forward. And there's certain things you end up doing, like certain things I've done. I've deleted pretty much all my social media. I went onto some of my social media and I unfriended the people who I didn't talk to, or people who I didn't want to be associated with anymore. I'm still in the process of doing that. I would go on my Facebook account and delete people I don't talk to anymore, but that would take genuinely forever. I hated high school, so I've been, you know, deleting those people who I didn't talk to, or because I mean, you're not gonna stay in contact with 99% of the people you were at high school with, so no point of keeping them. In terms of other things, the reason people want to make amends is because, as I said, you want to just forget that old person. You want to move on and be this new person that you've become. Just sort of, you know, developing new habits, that sort of thing. Pushing out any old habits that were damaging, you know. Not putting up with the same sort of things from the past, like things that you would put up with. You realise, wait, I don't even need to deal with this shit anymore. I can literally, you know, say no, or I can just remove it from my life, basically. Thinking of other things, I mean, just what ends up happening is that you become this new person and you want to bury the old person, to be honest. In a good way. You want to bury the shitty version of yourself. You just and one of the things that ends up happening is that somebody, this is hard to describe, but somebody might say something about you, like somebody might say one of your traits. Well, I don't know how to describe it. Somebody might, like, let's say you try something new, and somebody might say to you, oh, but I thought you didn't like that, or I thought that wasn't you. It can sometimes actually be quite annoying, because you're like, but I'm a different person now. I know that you might not. I know that I can't I can't tell you why, but I'm a new person, and what was before is irrelevant now. I'm different, and anything before doesn't apply anymore. I'm trying to think of that. It's happened in a recent part of my life. Yeah, actually, I just remembered. You know, people sort of thought, my mum mentioned me sort of being like somebody who, you know, can take something for a long time. You know, somebody like try to push my buttons, I can take it for a while, and then maybe not deal with it after for a while, but then eventually, you know, deal with it. But that's not me anymore. If something bad is happening, if somebody's pushing my buttons, I'll let them know, and that's the end of it. I won't take it any further. So that sort of, you know, annoyed me a little bit, but it's, you know, you can't be angry. You can't be angry with your mum for. You can't be annoyed at her, you know, or anybody who assumes that just because, you know, they know they owed you, they're not used to this new you. In terms of anything else, I don't know. Just there was the things that I was anxious about. There was some things that was mentioned that I was anxious about. Those involved a couple people, and those people, you know, they sort of stayed around sort of mentally, but now I've pushing them out. Like on social media, I've made it sure that I can't see them. I've sort of, it's done. You know, out of my mind. Everything bad gets shoved out, which is good, and you just leave the space for the good shit. You know. So yeah, as I said, that Leonard Banks video really inspired me to do a video today. Just in the summary, you become a new person, and all the person you were before is history, and you're burying the grave. You're burying the grave for your old person. You know, putting the nails in the coffin as you will, and burying the hatchet. So yeah, I hope you are having a good day. If you're on your own nofap streak, then let me know. We can discuss it in the comments. Just tell me how you're getting on. You know, I'd love to hear. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you another time.